Namaskar, I am Rajendra Salokhe. This is second part of the video, basic concepts of all programming languages. In the first part, we talked about declaring variables and concept like stack and heap memory. We'll just once again elaborate about the stack and heap memory. Every language has got a common type system which has two further parts, value and reference. Values are stored in stack and references are stored in heap. So stack is a temporary type of memory which is repressed all the time. We have seen that. Then we have seen jumps also. This was just to show that go to statements were there and left program is from photon. It says go to 100, so from that line it will jump to line 100. And in C you write go to done and it will jump to where a label go to is there. So one thing happened about the jumping is, supposing in a program by mistake or through error you jump inside the loop, like here from 20 it just jump to go to 50, which is inside this for loop. For loop starts from 30 for I going from 1 to 20 like that, so it ignores this line and jumps to line 40. So this is a basic program. So computer, this loop is not initialized, so computer does not know what is the initial value of I and what is it required to be incremented. It just won't understand the next I statement. So in fact jumping inside and sometimes outside may be dangerous also. So people thought of eliminating this go to statement. However, we have seen that in C it is there, but it is rarely used. So from that, two types of languages came up. One is structured language, one is unstructured language. And the very simple definition of structured language is that structured language is a language which doesn't have a go to statement, and unstructured will be having go to statement. Nowadays generally these go to statements are not used. Now we have two further types in languages, one is static and one is dynamic language. So in static language the variables containers is known at the compile time. At the compile time everything is structured, everything is put into a sort of project, you can say. And in dynamically typed language the types are determined at the runtime. So types are not fixed, whether something is integer or something is float like that. At the runtime they are determined. So static time system allows integrated development environment and compilers to spot programming errors at the earliest stage possible, but usually at the cost of expressiveness, because variables need type declaration. Dynamically typed language attempt the opposite thereof. Like one time you say employee name is equal to 9, which is an integer. Next time you say employee name is equal to Sudhir Shinde, which is a string. So this type of thing is allowed in the dynamically typed languages, and Python is such a type of language, and Java is statically typed language. So sometimes it is required to have dynamic type of variables. Now we come to the most common control statement, which is if. So you have in all the languages if, then a particular condition, if the condition is true, it jumps to the Next statement, if the condition is false, the control jumps to out of the if bracket or body or braces. So if the condition is false, it jumps outside the if, and if condition is true, it jumps to statement 1, then executes statement 2, 3, like that. So if is there in all the languages. In VB it is something like that. If total marks is greater than equal to 80, then message box is got higher first class. Else total marks is greater than equal to 60, then message box got first class. Else if total marks greater than equal to 40, then message box just pass only, and finally else message box fails, and end if. So this is a statement in if statement in VB. Another statement available in other languages will be, say, switch statement. Switch, then expression, then case value 1. So value of the expression is evaluated here. So here whatever statement you want to put, then you have to put, and always a break statement will be required in C, so that it jumps out of the switch statement. And similarly value 2, and default is this. Supposing none of the values are found, then default is taken as this. So similar statement in VB is the select case statement. Select case grade, and grade is a character here. So case, if grade is equal to A, then result dot caption is high distinction. Case A minus, then result dot caption is distinction. Case B, like that, and case else is the, if none of the cases are found, then last is fail. So this type of switch is equivalent to case in VB. Now another most important thing available in all the languages is looping. So loop can rotate in a typical body. It will go to the top of the body, execute, and come to the end of the body, like that. For example, this is an example in C. So this is for I going from 1 to I less than equal to 5, I plus plus, C out I, and backslash n is slash n is next line. So this is the initial condition, I is equal to 1, entry point I becomes 1, terminal condition is I less than equal to 5. So after that it will check whether I is less than equal to 5. Then if false, then it will go out of the for loop. If it is true, then it will go to the cout statement, print I, show the value of I on the screen, go back, increment I with 1, again it will check if I less than equal to 5. Then again if it's true, then it will see what the value of the I. So this is a loop in C. Then JavaScript loop I have shown here. HTML body, like that. Here for I going from 1, I less than 10, I plus plus is very similar. If I equal to 3, break, text plus equal to the number is 1. So very similar. Once you know one for loop in Python, for x in range 0 to 3, print we are on time. And in Ruby, for I going from 1 in 0 to 5, if I greater than equal to 2, then break end. Put as value of local variable is hash I. So you can see the similarity in languages. Now another loop in VB.NET. For loop in Python, for loop. So another loop is VB.NET. In VB.NET is the while loop, while I less than 100, console.write line I plus equal to 10, which is I is equal to I plus 10, and end while. is there. So when this, it is incrementing I also. So when I becomes 100, it goes out of the loop. So while is extension of for. In fact, with only one loop you can do all programming. See, while is extraction of for. Now integer I is equal to 1. For we don't put any initial condition here because we are putting initial condition outside the for loop. Only terminal condition is there, I less than equal to 10. Incremental condition we given the body, so we are not given incremental condition, so it becomes like while I less than equal to 10. So similar it is integer I is equal to 1 while I less than equal to 10 I plus plus. If you know one loop thoroughly, you can carry on your work. I am continuing the jump here because you have to jump here and there inside the loop. So in C, see inside if I less than equal to 5, then continue. So continue will continue in the loop. Again it will go to 5 incremental condition and run the loop like this. So for I less than equal to 5, it is going to the loop, just continuing, and it's not going to this C out statement. So only 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is printed. And a similar statement in other languages like VB. It is one is exit do, it jumps out of the do loop. Another is loop, in loop which continues the loop. So the jump statements are there in common in languages. Now jumping to subroutines. Subroutine was in Fortran and Basic. In C you call different functions. So here it's a Fortran program subdem real abc sum qsql already, and it is calling the function subroutine input with parameters plus a, b and c. A call is given, so from here it calls this subroutine input xyz. Here we define real xyz, print, enter 3 numbers, read xyz, return and end. And when return statement is encountered, it goes to this calc statement, and again calc is a call, and then it goes to the output. So meaning simply basically when call is encountered, it calls the subroutine and the subroutine is executed. So in VB similar subroutines are there. Now here sub calculate pay is there with all these parameters, then end sub is there, and so sub main calculate pay 25, so it is called. So calculate pay gives the procedure for calculating the, it's like a different function, and here main is there. So from main, when you call this calculate pay with 25 and 10 parameter, it goes to this sub calculate pay, jumps here, and when end sub is encountered, it jumps back to the next line of the sum. So this is the part 2 of the common concept, basic concepts in programming. Next time I'll be having part 3 and having some other common characteristics of the programming. Thank you for watching.